Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Megan Burt and I'm so excited that you are here. Thank you for taking the time to watch this workshop, to attend, and to learn more about Gua Sha. I can't wait to go through this. So you may be wondering why you're getting a video of just me and not a Zoom recording. Well, technology sometimes can't read your mind. So here I am re-recording this because I only recorded half of it. I forgot until halfway through that I did not record. Oh well, we start again. The same info is coming to you, and I will go through the questions that the ladies who attended had on there so that we can make sure that you get the answers to those because you may be having those questions too. So I am Dr. Megan Burt. I am a chiropractor who's kind of retired. I'm no longer in practice, and one of my goals is to teach holistic health, to teach the fact that your body is created to heal, and to teach it in a simplified way so that you can take action on it, not get overwhelmed with all the information. I like to call myself a healthy living encourager because I want to do it with equal doses of information and encouragement so that you feel confident going forward with whatever the next step in your health is. It is one of my goals to, even though I don't think it's possible to live a no tox life, like, my life is no toxins. We are exposed to things that we cannot control. But I want you to live a low tox life. As many toxins that you can choose to avoid, to get out of your body, to not put on your skin is going to be a good thing. And I am also a Beautycounter consultant. I've been with Beautycounter for almost 7 years, which is a long time. And I'm going to incorporate both Beautycounter and Gua Sha into our routine. So you may or may not have been one of the ones that requested samples and have got samples. So now that you're watching the recording, if it works for you, if you have a Gua Sha tool, it would be great for you to grab it. And you can do this right alongside of me. What I will do for this recording is I will do the entire Gua Sha sequence in a way where you can do it right alongside of me. When I did it for the ladies, I only did one side of my face so that we could do a little Q&A and then they didn't have to sit there just watching me Gua Sha on my face. So we're gonna learn about what is Gua Sha, what the benefits are, and then how to do it. But first I wanna talk about clean beauty and why I believe it's really important to choose good products for our face and for our skin. So our skin absorbs the majority of what we put on it. Our skin has been known to be called our biggest organ, our largest organ system. And we could have a conversation about, is it really the microbiome and all that kind of stuff. But our skin absorbs what we put on it. So what we are slathering on our skin, if it's good, clean, safe products, we are not going to be exposing our body to any added chemicals. Or if it's something that is going to be more conventional or you don't know what's in there, you could be putting on questionable ingredients or known ingredients that are honestly quite dangerous. Things like parabens or phthalates or PFASs, which are forever chemicals. Fragrance, if you don't know, fragrance is it's just a funny little word. It means they can put whatever they want into there. A lot of companies use proprietary blends or, we have proprietary blends of our fragrance. It means you can shove anything under that label and you don't have to put it actually on the label. You don't have to list it. And so beauty products can be a source of potential toxins. So especially whatever you're rubbing on your face once, twice a day, they say the average woman uses 12 products. I use more than that. If you're gonna list out all of my makeup, I definitely use more than that. That is going to absorb into the skin. And this is why I love Beautycounter, because they have 1,800 ingredients on their Never list. And do you know how many the US has on our Never list? On the list that says these are the things that a company can't put in them, it's a grand total of 30. There hasn't been a federal law passed about ingredient safety in beauty products since 1938. That was pre-industrial revolution, and the industrial revolution had 50,000 to 80,000 chemicals introduced. That's a lot of stuff that has been introduced potentially into the products that we put on our skin, and they can do whatever they want. They can put a lot in there and not tell you. So the goal, and one thing that Beautycounter does is want to advocate for safer beauty laws. And the goal is not to have big, huge government regulation. The goal is to bring the beauty industry where the food industry is. So there are certain things you just can't put in a product and sell. And then if there is an issue with the product, you have to alert the people who bought it. So let's just take spinach, for example. Okay, there's E. coli in spinach. This was the batch number. We're letting you know, please throw away your spinach. When it comes to beauty products, if there's a beauty company that creates a product and it has known asbestos in it, or it doesn't have known asbestos in it and they sell it anyways, this happened at Claire's and Justice with kids makeup, by the way. If you have, this is an aside, if you have a kids makeup kit that has real makeup in it, toss it out. A lot of them contain heavy metals, asbestos, some really icky stuff. But companies, so this is to continue my earlier thought. A company, like they did testing, not Claire's, not Justice, not the company who made it. And they said, hey, did you know that your products have this asbestos in it? And they said, oh, good to know. And they still continued to sell them to children. So there is no accountability when it comes to this industry. And so if a company goes, oh, whoopsies, we kind of made this wrong, there's a little bit of like, fungus growth or a little bacteria, they can still sell it. They do not have to recall it. So let alone we have ingredient issues and we have potential toxicity or some carcinogenic products or ingredients in it, we also just don't have good safety. The European Union, they're at 1,400 ingredients that are banned. Beauty Counter is at 1,800 and the US is sitting at 30, which is not great. So that's one of the reasons why I got started with Beauty Counter. There's a few parts of the story. When I was in chiropractic school, I worked a lot with heavy metals and detoxifying them from the body and testing for them. And so I knew that red lipstick and pink lipstick was a source of heavy metals. But here's the thing, when I saw my patients and we talked about beauty products, we were able to address quite a few personal care products. With beauty products, number one, I didn't wash my face. So outside of a moisturizer that I just randomly bought at like the drugs or like the health food store, I didn't have any other products. So my skin was so dry, I had bangs, and it was so flaky and it was so unhealthy, and I always wore makeup because I felt so uncomfortable without makeup on, like kind of, covering up all of like the patches that I had. Just from dry skin, just from not taking care of my skin. It wasn't eczema, it wasn't anything. It was literally just dry skin that built up because I didn't take care of my skin. I didn't realize the importance of that. But also when it came to makeup, I was still using my conventional products. I was still using, the makeup that I had used for years because it worked. And I was starting out as a chiropractor. I was a young chiropractor. I was 24 years old and I wanted to look really put together. So I needed makeup on that lasted all day. And when I went to like the health food store or Whole Foods and I got whatever brand of makeup that they had, I would look at myself in the mirror at like 10 a.m. and be like, I don't have any makeup on. Like, it doesn't look good. I wanted something to work. And that is also where Beauty Counter comes in. Not only do they create safe products, but they create products that they work. They are high performing, that they are going to go toe to toe with some of the conventional products. And many Beauty Counter products have won different like fashion, not like, like a fashion award or like, an Oscar, an Emmy, whatever the skincare award is for that. They have won those. That has many companies from that are clean and not. Beauty Counter rises up and is able to perform equal or better to those. And I think that's huge. Yes, when it comes to our skincare, but yes, when it comes to our makeup. And the thing that got me in as a consultant and made me want to share about this is because they batch test for heavy metals on their makeup products like every single time that they make makeup. Not just when they formulated it years ago, but they do that every time. So when raw materials come in to finished product and the level or undetectable level of heavy metals is so low. It's way below the FDA's standard that they let in. And if something does not measure up, they ditch it. So I love Beauty Counter. And if I was in practice and if I was sitting down with patients and we were talking about beauty products, I could very confidently say, you can choose Beauty Counter. Choose anything out of here. It is all safe. It works, but it is also all safe. So let's pop in and talk Gua Sha. How about that? So Gua Sha, it is Chinese. It's a very old technique. And we're gonna do basics here. There's tons of different things. There is gua sha you can do on your arms, you can do on your belly. There's many different things. And like a trained acupuncturist will know a lot more gua sha than I will. So gua means stroke or press, and sha means redness. So there is gua sha like that you could do like on a muscle here. And you wouldn't use the same thing. They used to use bone. Sometimes they use stone. There's many other tools that you can use, a little like kind of spoon, and you go until you would get little petechia. That is not what we want for our face. We do not want a bunch of redness. It might be a little red. We do not want a bunch of redness. That's gonna be too much. So what we do want though is a light to medium pressure. The benefits of gua sha here, and you might do a little bit more pressure if we're really digging into a muscle, but one of the benefits, and my favorite benefit, is lymphatic drainage. So that's my favorite. We all need a lot of lymphatic help, just to be honest with you. We live in a more sedentary society. We have more toxins, we have more pathogens, things that are really going to make our lymph more stagnant. So stress, stuck fascia, toxicity, pathogens, dehydration, lack of movement, that is not going to allow our lymph to move. Our blood in our heart, it pumps. Our lymph does not pump. We need to manually move in order for lymph to move. And so there's many ways to support lymph. Gua sha is one tool. Like a Vibe plate is another tool. I have a chi machine, got on Facebook Marketplace for a great deal, by the way. And you put your ankles in it, and it goes sideways, and your whole body kind of does this, and it's able to move lymph because it gets movement to the body. Another way that lymph can move is through sweating, and the goal is to bring, because lymph makes up a lot of, or white blood cells make up a lot of lymph, has a big, huge component to the immune system to it, but it's able to take some nutrients into the body and then take toxins out. So you want to make sure that the lymph is moving so that it can either sweat out your skin or to be able to get dumped out into the bowels. And so if it's just sitting there, we're just collecting metabolic cellular waste that isn't able to get out of our body. So this is one way that we can open up and make sure that we're getting lymph flowing when it comes to at least the head and neck. Okay, I want to go through some symptoms if you do have backed up lymph. Okay, headaches, brain fog, feeling like your ears are clogged or there's like fluid in your ears or kind of like popping. Morning mucus or mucus drainage, feeling like you have a sore throat, some sinus issues, feeling poofy or inflamed. Now, this can also be inflammatory food related. There's other things. This isn't all just going to be lymph things, cross over. Itchy skin, pain and pressure can be that. Feeling kind of edema. Sluggish bowels can be lymph. So there's a lot of things, and it can lead to fatigue. So whether it be chronic fatigue or just fatigue or lack of energy, because you are not getting the toxins out of the body. So we're really focusing on a form of detox, but yet it gets to be relaxing. It gets to be building up, and it's really beneficial for the skin too. So we get to kind of clear complexion, brighten skin, reduce puffiness or inflammation. And people, like, there are before and afters of gua sha where people are so much less puffy. And there are some techniques too where you can like add like a little bit more circulation to like the lips and get a little puffier lips and things. And people have a lot of cool techniques that kind of lift. It helps to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. So there are YouTube videos and there are blog posts where people say that gua sha is better than Botox. And this is my decision for myself. I am not going to inject a foreign toxin into my body just for the sake of beauty. I have been working for well over a decade to get toxins out of my body and to get my body feeling better. It's just not something I'm gonna do. But if I'm able to, with something very natural that's also very relaxing to the body, be able to kind of just firm the face, that's awesome. And I do have to say, as I've been doing gua sha, I'd heard about this. I just didn't learn. I had my gua sha stone for like 6 or 9 months before. It's so silly. Before I even did it and before I even used it. But I use the little ridges here. There we go. On my 11s. And I lift up. And with doing gua sha, I just feel like I will be 36. I've got some fine lines and wrinkles. That's fine. I know that I will age. I hope with, my wrinkles will come wisdom too, right? But with that, I noticed that my skin, especially here, just like looks firmer. It looks healthier. So that's just an added benefit, right? You can reduce muscle tension with this in the face and the neck, really just digging into some of those issues. And then also, like I said, increasing circulation, increasing oxygenation. Anytime we can get circulation, that is a good thing. We're not only moving lymph, but we're moving blood. And it's just what our body needs and wants to allow for proper detox. Another thing is when we are rubbing the skincare products into our face, another reason why Clean Beauty is going to be great, because you are enhancing absorption of your products. So I like to do Gua Sha at night. I do it in my bed after I put on my skincare routine. It's relaxing. It's just kind of like my wind down. You can do it in the morning, but I like to really load my face up with product. And so what you can use is a moisturizer. A night cream works really great. You could use, this is a teeny tiny little bottle of our #1 facial oil. This is from Holiday. It was just too cute. I brought that one. Or cleansing balm. So I'll put my whole skincare routine on, then I will do cleansing balm. So as I talk to you a little bit more about Gua Sha, I'm gonna start putting on my cleansing balm so that you have that. So we're gonna get face ready. So if this was at night, like I said, I would have on all of my skincare. I have a little makeup on because I wanted to have a little makeup on for the workshop, but normally I would not have makeup on. Pressure. When we use pressure, it is, maybe it's just me, maybe it's all of us. By the way, cleansing balm is one of my favorite things that Beautycounter made. When I signed up as a consultant, I had my eye on this. This lasts me about a year. I use it every day. I don't put it all over my face every day. At night, I put it on my lips. It is my chapstick. Let's say you have a dry elbow, you can put it there. You can use it as a leave-on mask overnight. So I put it on dry spots. So I usually put it here, and lips every night. You can use it as a cleanser. It works awesome to get eye makeup off, especially our Think Big mascara, which can be a little bit more difficult to get off. I love cleansing balm. So that is my aside on cleansing balm. Sometimes I'll put a little product here on my neck too, but I don't like my hair to get too greasy because I like to go longer between washing my hair. So I won't put it definitely in the back, maybe just a little bit here. Okay, pressure. We want to use heavier pressure. It's just kind of like, let's just dig in, right? We don't want that. The lymph is a light pressure to get things moving. If we really dig in, and I'm using my arm here because I don't want to show you on my face. If we really dig in, we're gonna start like almost doing like Graston technique, where we're really working muscles, or we're really getting into fascia, and that's a whole different thing. Especially on our face, we want light to medium pressure. And it also is like inherent to want to like just set it right here. We want it angled. You want it angled 15 to 30 degrees. So when you hold it, you're gonna want the right angles, like just a finger width there. Can you see that? I think you can. Not here, not here, not 45, not 90, 15 to 30. So you're just gonna kind of rest your hand right there, your finger right there. So that's where you're gonna get the right angle. I still struggle with angle a little bit, and like it's not gonna be perfect, but sometimes I'll start here, I'm like, wait, that's not right. I'm gonna wanna angle it, there we go, and bring it up correctly. So it can be a little bit tricky just to get the right angle. It's a learning curve. So we're learning together, we're learning how to do this together. The pull, like I said, that 15-degree angle, we're gonna wanna do some kind of support skin with the opposite hand, not really counter pressure, just to keep the skin, there we go. And then you're gonna do this 3 to 5 times, up to 10 times. I did see one resource that said go 30 times, that's a lot. We wanna make sure that we keep this within your schedule, that this is realistic. You're not gonna be like, oh, gotta Gua Sha for an hour again today. We've got a lot on our schedules. It's gonna be fairly short, but if you only have 5 minutes, start with the next sequence, and you're gonna leave it there. then you're not going to go to your face. You won't start at your face because you want to make sure that we prep proper lymphatic drainage before we go to our face, because we don't want to get all this fluid moving and the lymph is stuck and stagnant. We want to make sure we're moving. So start with neck sequence. And then once we are finished, we're going to go the opposite way with the neck. And that's where we really can kind of dig in and do a little muscle work too. So this takes me somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes. If I'm going pretty quickly, 10 is going to be more ideal. And then we'll kind of start. I want to show you though. These are both from Primally Pure, these Gua Sha stones. This one is jade. This was the first one that I got. This is awesome. When we're looking at this, these little kind of points and the ridges, we're going to do flat areas of face, really stimulate and smooth fascia. I like it here. Some people even do a little here. So you can kind of just like, you can get to know your Gua Sha stone. Really see what feels good, where's the right angle, how do you want to do it, where do you want extra focus on. This flatter side here is going to contour here. If I do this here, I can't quite get the right angle and it just doesn't feel as good. Same thing here. When I come up here, I'm going to be using this side of my stone. This side here is really going to contour cheekbone. So I'm actually not having the right angle. But you can just see how it like fits there, right? Here, it's going to fit here. Kind of fits up here, though I prefer this here too. So the smooth side, this is real, I mean, this is the do-it-all side. You can really do everything with this and really use it to kind of lift on the forehead. This is my Bian, is what it's made out of. I like this one. This is from Primally Pure too. It's heavier, it's cooler, like it doesn't like look cool, though it does. Temp wise, it's actually cooler. It's a little heavier. This is my preferred stone, to be honest with you. But this is a little bigger price tag. We've got bigger ridges and smaller ridges, and I don't even know all of the things that you can fully do with it, but there's a lot. This, like I said, is my preferred one, but I'm going to show you with this because this is a little bit more like a regular jade Gua Sha stone. There's lots of different, there's pink, I think rose quartz, there's jade. They're all, it doesn't really matter what you use. That was a question that somebody had. Like I said, this one's a little cooler to the touch, and so you might get a little bit more like decrease in inflammation, because even as doing this one's warm because I've been touching it and holding it, and this one's still cooler. So I like this one a little better, but I'd start here. This is what I started with. I got this one on sale and so I wanted to try it. You do not need two stones at all. Okay, let's kind of get started. We want to start on the left side. We've got a little bit more lymph on there, so we want to encourage more drainage. So we're going to start on the left side, and we're going to start with the neck. So the sequence is going to be starting in the back, and I like this for spine and over the throat. We're going to start in the back of the neck going up. We're going to make our way forward. Then I'll flip my stone up. We're going to start here and along the jawline go up, here, here, here. Then we're going to come eyebrow. Sometimes you can kind of like cup the eyebrow, or you can, bring this flatter side, this here, go up. And then the last movement, we're going to start here, come down. So we're going to kind of sweep down, get onto your neck, and this is where I'll use a little bit more pressure to really dig into my neck muscles. So the movement is like that. And then we'll switch to the other side. So I'm going to show you now. Because I'm using on my spine, I'm going to use this. I got to put my hair up. Where is my hair tie? Oh, $1 million question, friends. Maybe I will not be putting my hair up. Where is it? Oh, I see it. It's on the floor. Okay. Here we go. Hair up. I put my hair up usually like on the top of my head just to keep it all away from my face. So, use that here. when you come up, I like to give a little wiggle. You do not have to. Not everybody does. I don't think you can see very well with my arm there. So this is not going to be quite the right angle. Then we're going to do this flat side. Bring it up. It just helps with inflammation a little bit more. It's very relaxing. You kind of get into a routine and a rhythm. You can add some breath work here. Breath work moves lymph. Oxygenation of tissues is good and healthy. So you can really get into your groove of getting into a Gua Sha rhythm. The first few times you're gonna do it, it's all gonna be up in your head. You're gonna just be, wondering what you're doing, if you're doing it right, trying to get the right angle. This is where I struggle with angle, and that's okay. And then I just pushed way too hard in there. I'm still learning, and I've done this quite a few times. Progress, not perfection. We're not trying to be perfect here. We are just helping our body. And then I have some really tight muscles right here. And sometimes I'll just rest right in there and just really work that muscle. And I'll do it on the other side too. That's a painful spot for me. And so you can just kind of rest. If you're coming over here and you're like, oh, my jaw, you can use this point to relieve that muscular tension. Activate some pressure points. So, got it again. We're gonna come, you can figure out, when I did this, I don't think that's quite as good. I'm gonna hold here, I'm gonna come up. I'm just gonna do 3 times each time. I'm gonna go a little quicker so we can just move our way through this. We're gonna go up one more. So I'm gonna be kind of more in the middle of my face. If I was to use this side, for example, like it just doesn't feel right. It's not smooth, it's not gliding right. Then when I come to this next one, I'm gonna be right around my cheekbone. I'm gonna want that. Then we're gonna come up to eyes. And once again, this to me feels better. You just have to play around with it. Then I like to use these little ridges and come in here. This just feels really good. It's like lifting, uplifting. It's nice. Then we'll come here. And then we don't have to hold, we're going up. I've seen coming here and going over the eyebrow. Kind of feel what's good for you, and we'll come right to the center. We will repeat everything over here. I will, and then this is my favorite. There's something, and we want to get all of the lymph flowing. Everything that we have kind of stirred up, we want to flow down and out. So we're gonna go from the center, down and out. And I will do this at least 5 times. It feels so good. This is honestly one of my favorites. Then you can do some clavicle, above or below clavicle, get things moving. I have a tuning fork from Biofield Tuning, I believe. So you just get it vibrating, and you can put it sinuses, and it's also good for lymph. But every once in a while, I'll kind of use my Gua Sha tool. And like right here, I just have kind of clogged sinuses that are fairly like constant. So I'll just go in there. I can't really do anything here because there's nothing really to push on. There is a sinus pressure point right here. So you can just kind of figure out what works for you. Then we're done with that side, and we come over and we move here. So as I continue to do this, oh, one other thing, I feel a lot of crunchies here. It's just I don't know what it's breaking up, and it's pretty gentle too. It's less. And you can tell I didn't do the kind of rocking there. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I just kind of go with it. Like I said, I don't want to be too in my head about this. I want to be able to just feel more relaxed about it. So there is mostly done with your Gua Sha sequence. I will finish it up when I'm done on video here, but thank you for watching, for listening, for just learning alongside of me. When I wake up in the morning, I can tell that I just feel just a little bit more like, you know, my sinuses are less plugged, like everything is just flowing better. There, like I said, are pictures of just decrease in puffiness. It's a great routine to get into. You can see that my Gua Sha stone is really dirty. It's totally full of oil. Make sure to wash this so that you're not going to use it the next time on your face and get a lot of dead skin cells and just kind of, you know, kind of dirt and grime, and then you're going to break out because you didn't wash your Gua Sha. So make sure you wash it, soap and water. It's really easy. Somebody also asked me if this differs from facial cupping at all, and that, I believe, though I haven't done it, is going to increase circulation a little bit more and going to work muscles, because we're really like with that suction, it's really gonna kind of pull the skin, not that aggressively. And so it's gonna be different, and you're not gonna get that same like lymph flow the same way. So I would prefer Gua Sha myself. There's a lots more like advanced tutorials and things that you can learn. But thank you for coming. One thing that I wanna offer you for listening, for attending, from, you know, working along or listening alongside of me and, you know, doing your Gua Sha, is I want to offer one-on-one skincare consultations. So is there products that you need? Do you need to switch to safer products? Do you need to ditch some sort of product in your cabinet that just isn't quite as good for you, or isn't going to be moving towards less toxins? I want to help you. I love being able to figure out what your skin type is, what your skin's needs are, what your needs are. Do you want more products, less products, a little bit more simple? Do you want more? Where are we targeting there? And then what your budget is. So I'm offering those skincare consultations couple ways. We can do email or we can get on the phone and chat too. I like doing both. So I'm going to be sending this out as a replay. You're going to see this. My email is drmegan@meganburt.com. And then also you can set up a phone call with me. Once again, I will send a link, but the short link is meganburt.com/call, and it will open up my schedule and we can get on the phone and chat about the best products for you. I love Beautycounter products. They come with a 60-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like them, if your skin doesn't like it, if it doesn't perform the way that you like, you can return it. Most people love it. They're easy to love, they're easy to fall in love with, and to, once again, like I said, get great skin where you feel confident in your skin, but you also feel confident in the products that you're using, that they're safe for your body. So there you go. Gua Sha tools. These ones are from Primally Pure. There are other ones out there too. There's ones in all different price ranges, but like I said, those are the ones I have. I really, really like them. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how your Gua Sha is going. Any benefits, I would love to hear. So thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you listening to this replay. I'm getting really good at knowing all the benefits of Gua Sha because I've now done this twice. But thank you so much, and we will talk soon.